Good morning. We're live here at the Ghetto Fabulous Studios. And boy, I tell you what, there's so much to rant about. I don't know which topic to start with first, but I want to remind you that I can't afford therapy, but I can afford you. Well, let's get to it. Ebola. Yeah, it's Ebola time, folks. And, you know, I keep hearing, well, if we don't take care of it in Africa, we're going to have it here in the United States, and we're all going to be sick because it's in Africa. If they can't leave Africa, how are we going to get Ebola? If they can't get into our country, how are we going to get Ebola? Somebody explain that to me. I swear to God, this group of individuals running our country could not pour piss out of a boot if you put the instructions on the heel. These idiots got out of one little car in Washington, D.C., and they've been wreaking havoc ever since. They're like gremlins. Don't feed them after a certain time, and don't put water on them. What, do they think we're stupid? Now that Ebola's in the country, they can use the CDC to lock down whoever they want to. For the safety of the general good. For the safety of the greater good. Oh yeah, they can just imprison you. Lockdown, 21 days. You can't go to work. You can't go to... But I tell you what, those poor bastards that are getting locked down, I bet you their electric's getting shut off, their water's getting shut off, they're getting damn hungry, their car note's late. What are they supposed to do? Then they tell the hospitals that you can only wear, this is what you have to wear to go treat an Ebola patient. Look, everybody that's worked on Ebola patients has gotten sick. And then they put them on an airplane to Cleveland. Brilliant. Just brilliant. How freaking stupid are these people? You could club some of the greatest minds in the head, and they wouldn't do dumb shit like this. CDC SWAT teams. Yeah, that doesn't sound militaristic. Hitler Black. That's what I'm going to start calling Obama. Hitler Black. Now let's get to that black thing. And that white thing. Asian American, African American. Bullshit! You're either with us or go live in Asia. Go live in Africa. Go live in Mexico. Or Latino countries. You're either American or you're not. Sure, I'm proud of my heritage. Whoop-de shit. I'm an American first. It's something interesting to talk about that I'm English, Scottish, and Irish. I was born in America. America has supported the lifestyle that I choose to live all my life. People. Sheeple. We're going to die if something isn't done to stop these mentally handicapped individuals that are running our country. And I don't mean to offend any mentally handicapped, but these people are mentally handicapped. They are wrong in the head. And, we can debate Democrat, Republican all day. I'm telling you that no matter what, you've got two buckets of crap. One of them just has a newer handle. Well, it's George W. Bush's fault. That bastard hadn't been in charge for 6 years. Who's to blame now? Oh, look at all the people he killed. There were no WMDs. There's WMDs. They found them. They admitted to it. He did the right thing. People, we have been subsisting for 6 years on crap sandwiches. Enough's enough. Our government is only in business to take care of itself. It can care less about you or me. We are expendable resources. Exploitable, expendable resources. That's all we are. Time for that to come to an end. You want to talk about the 1%? The 1% is in Washington, D.C. Yes, the 1% that everybody's so mad about. Not the money makers in the country. The 1% is in Washington, D.C. That's who you need to blame. That's who you need to oust. That's who you need to put your money away from. That's who you need to hide your food, your guns, your property from. If you've got to lie to live because the laws are so restrictive, then something needs to be done to change the laws. How many of you folks out there, just think for a minute. Get past my politics and think for a minute. How many of you are struggling on some level economically? How many of you get to do everything you want to do economically? How many of you are saving for retirement economically? How many of you have the level of health care you actually require economically? How many of you are driving a safely operated vehicle economically? How many of you have the level of insurance coverage that you're comfortable with? Health, dental, life, accidental, home and auto, personal injury protection. How many of you are able to afford that? Think about this, folks. You're cutting back every year for less and less, and you're accepting it. How much less can you accept? It's coming. It's coming. When the emergencies declared over the Ebola crisis and ISIS and ISIL and whatever else they can come up with, this virus that's killing children, the respiratory deal, whatever they can come up with, how much less can you live with? Because right now, by law, they can come in and take everything you have and then tell you what you can have. They can take all your money. They can take all your property. They can take all your food and leave you and your family with bupkis. Zero. Nothing. Are you prepared for that? When the good congressman, senator, or whoever you voted for and backed and put your faith in does nothing to help you. What are you going to do then? You're going to blame it on Bush? How much can you do? How much food can you garner by blaming Bush? How much can you do with a bucket full of crap with a new handle on it? Get outside the politics and think logically, people. We are in trouble.